Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And I've spoken about 3 of the 4 playoff series that we already know will occur. The one remaining is the 4th seeded Phoenix Suns versus the 5th seeded Los Angeles Clippers. Suns have come close past 2 seasons. Last season had the best record in the NBA, but lost to the Mavericks in the conference semifinals. Year before that, reached the NBA Finals where they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. Clippers, meanwhile, just have had a string of not so very good luck. That's pretty much been their franchise history. Still looking to reach their first NBA Finals. The Suns, of course, made the big splash during the trade deadline, acquiring Kevin Durant from the Brooklyn Nets. He was injured when he came to the Suns. Then he injured his ankle in warm-ups. So he's played just 8 games for Phoenix, but Phoenix is 8-0 when Kevin Durant plays with them. I mean, how many triumvirates in the league are better than him, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul? You make it 4 best players, add in DeAndre Ayton. Very few can match up with that. The Clippers, of course, have their dynamic duo of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The problem is Paul George is out with a sprained knee. Now, he did finally join the team on Sunday, yesterday. Was just in I believe in a walking boot, no crutches, but there was no timetable for his return, and with that, you have to believe he's probably not going to be ready, at least for the start of the playoffs. Let's see if he plays at all this series. Marcus Morris has been out with back spasms. Let's see if he will be ready to play. With those 2 out, we've seen Eric Gordon and Nicholas Batum inserted in the starting lineup, along with Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Ivica Zubac. The Suns, meanwhile, have those 4 great players I mentioned. I've been going Josh Okogie as their 5th starter. Also have Torrey Craig. You wonder if Torrey Craig may get more minutes because Okogie's just about 6'4". Craig more around 6'6", 6'7". Could probably provide more length to guard Kawhi Leonard. Of course, Russell Westbrook versus Kevin Durant. That'll be exciting to see. Longtime teammates with the Thunder didn't exactly end well as Durant left for the Golden State Warriors. Had some things to say to each other for the next few seasons, although that rivalry has seemed to end. But it'll be fun to watch them on opposite ends of the court. Russell Westbrook has shot a lot more efficiently with the Clippers than he did with the Lakers, somewhere around 47, 48%. So, you know, he's been everything the Clippers could want. And the Clippers have a lot of depth, even with Morris and George out. Terrence Mann, excellent scorer off the bench, can play lead point guard. Bones Highland, who they acquired from Denver, has been getting much of the backup minutes. Of course, also acquired Mason Plumlee at the deadline, a great backup center in the NBA. Robert Covington, who was out of the rotation at times, but with injuries, has been playing, so you figure he'll get minutes as well. Suns have Torrey Craig, as I mentioned, Bismack Biyombo, Jock Landale as their backup centers. Landry Shamet, who came back not too long ago from injury. Of course, have the ultimate heat check guy in Terrence Ross. Beginning to age a bit, but he could probably still have a playoff game where he drops 20-some-odd points and helps the Suns to a victory. He has a possibility of being an X factor for the series and the playoffs as a whole for Phoenix. Phoenix, according to DraftKings Sportsbook, are minus 600. I believe that's the second biggest of the 4. Second biggest favorite out of the 4 series that we already know, only behind the Philadelphia 76ers, who are the biggest favorites. Just too many questions with the Clippers. If Paul George were healthy, man, what a series this would be. And I think it could still be a good series. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, one of the ultimate postseason players when he's healthy. 3-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. So definitely exciting to see him healthy for the postseason after he missed all of last season. My prediction, though, I'm going to have to go either Suns in 5 or Suns in 6. I'll say Suns in 6. Kawhi Leonard could help will the Clippers to a win in one game, and maybe Russell Westbrook has one of those vintage performances sometime during the series. So I'll say Suns in 6. Too much firepower. Kevin Durant still may be the most unstoppable offensive player in the league. Devin Booker may be the most overqualified second option in the NBA. Chris Paul did have his postseason struggles at times last season, but still too much firepower. I'll say Suns in 6, but let me know in the comments, what are your predictions for this Clippers-Suns series? Do you think a healthy Paul George would make a difference? I mean, it's not like he's officially out. I just can't see him playing at least, let's say the first 2 games. Let's see if he could come back later in the series. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.